Why being single after 60 is a smart move. Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. You know, we talk a lot about living our best lives, finding our truth, and stepping into our power, especially as we embrace the wisdom and beauty of aging. And today we're diving deep into a topic that's very close to my heart, being single after 60. Now I know what you might be thinking. Oprah, society tells us we're supposed to be settled down, partnered up by this age. And trust me, I get it. We've all been fed that narrative for years. But what if that old story isn't serving us anymore? What if, just what if, this stage of life is an invitation to rewrite the script altogether? Today, we're throwing out the rule book and challenging those outdated notions. We're talking about why being single after 60 isn't just okay, it's a powerful choice. A chance to redefine what happiness, fulfillment, and yes, even love looks like on our own terms. We're going deep, y'all, exploring 5 compelling reasons why staying single after 60 might just be the best gift you give yourself. So buckle up, grab your favorite cup of tea, and get ready for a conversation that could change the way you see this next chapter. Let's talk about emotional peace. That deep sense of calm and well-being that we all deserve. It's about feeling safe and secure in your own skin, in your own space, in your own life. And you know what I've learned? Sometimes finding that peace means releasing the need to manage someone else's emotions, to constantly be the caregiver, the fixer, the mediator. Think about it. When you're in a relationship, especially later in life, there's this unspoken expectation of emotional labor, right? You're navigating another person's moods, their baggage, their unresolved issues, and honey, that takes a toll. It can drain your energy, dim your sparkle, and leave you feeling depleted instead of fulfilled. But when you're single, you get to reclaim all that precious emotional energy. You get to direct it inward, towards your own growth, your own healing, your own joy. It's about waking up every morning and choosing yourself, choosing peace without compromise. And that, my friends, is a beautiful thing. One of the most powerful things about choosing yourself after 60 is the freedom to just be. You're no longer caught in the push and pull of someone else's expectations or needs. You can simply exist in your own rhythm, embrace your own quirks, and live authentically without apology. Imagine, you wake up when you want, you eat what you want, you decorate your space to please no one but yourself. You can blast your favorite music, dance in the kitchen, spend an entire day reading, or take that spontaneous trip you've always dreamed of. The possibilities are endless, and the only person you need to answer to is you. This freedom allows you to reconnect with parts of yourself that may have been buried or neglected in a relationship. It's about rediscovering your passions, your quirks, your unique rhythm. It's about embracing all the things that make you, you, without judgment or compromise. And that, my friends, is where true liberation lies. It's the freedom to finally exhale, to let go of the need to please or perform, and to simply revel in the joy of being your most authentic self. Let's be honest. How many of us have been in relationships where we felt like we were constantly walking on eggshells, trying to say the right thing, at the right time, in the right tone, just to avoid a disagreement or, heaven forbid, an argument? It's exhausting, but being single after 60, that's like trading in those eggshells for a pair of comfy slippers. You can finally relax, let your guard down, and speak your truth without fear of judgment or reprisal. You can have healthy disagreements without it turning into a whole ordeal. This newfound freedom of expression is incredibly empowering. It allows you to set boundaries, communicate your needs directly, and engage in authentic conversations without feeling like you're navigating a minefield. Now let's talk about time, because honey, our time is precious, especially as we get older. And one of the most beautiful things about being single after 60 is that you get to be the CEO of your own calendar. No more negotiating schedules, compromising on plans, or feeling guilty for taking time for yourself. Want to spend all Saturday at the museum, lost in art and history? Do it. Feel like taking a last-minute road trip with your girlfriends? Pack your bags. Yearning for a quiet evening at home with a good book and a glass of wine? Indulge yourself. This is your time to reclaim your days, to fill them with activities and experiences that light you up, that make your soul sing. It's about honoring your needs, your desires, and your own unique rhythm. Okay, let's talk about money, honey. Because financial independence is about so much more than just dollars and cents. It's about freedom, security, and the power to create the life you deserve. And let me tell you, being single after 60 can be incredibly empowering in this arena. When you're single, you are the sole decision maker when it comes to your finances. No more joint accounts, no more negotiating budgets, no more explaining your spending habits. You get to call the shots, and that, my friends, is a beautiful thing.
Breaking news.
Let's be real. Money can be a major source of stress and conflict in relationships. Different spending habits, financial goals, and attitudes towards money can lead to arguments, resentment, and a whole lot of heartache. But when you're single, you eliminate that entire layer of potential conflict. You get to manage your money your way without having to justify your choices or compromise your financial well-being. This doesn't mean you can't seek financial advice from trusted sources. It just means you get to make the final call based on what feels right for you and your unique circumstances. One of the most rewarding aspects of financial independence is the ability to invest in yourself. And I'm not just talking about retirement accounts, although those are important too. I'm talking about investing in your passions, your well-being, your personal growth. Maybe you've always wanted to take that painting class, learn a new language, or start your own business. When you're financially independent, those dreams can become a reality. You have the freedom to pursue your passions without having to justify the expense or worry about someone else's opinion. Think about it. You could finally take that dream trip, invest in that hobby you've always wanted to explore, or even start your own business. The possibilities are endless when you have the financial freedom to bet on yourself. Finally, financial independence after 60 is about more than just taking care of yourself. It's about having the resources to support the causes and people you care about most. It's about leaving a legacy that reflects your values and makes a real difference in the world. Maybe you want to donate to your favorite charity, support your grandchildren's education, or leave a lasting impact on your community. When you're financially secure, you have the power to make a real difference in the world, on your own terms. This is about creating a legacy that extends far beyond your years, a legacy built on generosity, purpose, and the freedom to make a real impact on the world around you. We've all been there, haven't we? Trying to compromise on what we eat, when we sleep, or how much exercise we can squeeze in. It's tough enough juggling our own needs, let alone trying to blend them with someone else's, especially when you have different rhythms. And let's be honest, darlings, sometimes those compromises can leave us feeling depleted, resentful, even a little lost, like we're sacrificing a part of ourselves for the sake of the relationship. But here's the beautiful truth about being single after 60. You get to reclaim that power. This chapter, my friend, is about reclaiming your well-being. It's about understanding that saying no to things that drain you and yes to things that nourish you isn't selfish, it's self-care. And it's absolutely essential for living your best life on your own terms. Remember all those times you ate takeout because you didn't feel like cooking after a long day? Or skipped your morning walk because you overslept? Now imagine this. You're single. You wake up when you want. You move your body in ways that feel good. And you nourish yourself with foods that make you feel energized and vibrant. No more negotiations, no more compromises. Just you, listening to your body and honoring its needs. It's about creating a routine that supports your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Think about it. What makes you feel truly alive? Is it yoga at sunrise? Long walks in nature? Maybe it's finally tackling that healthy cookbook you've had your eye on. Whatever it is, my loves, this is your time to make it happen. Your health is an investment, not an obligation. And when you're single, you have the freedom to invest in yourself fully and completely. Think of your energy as a precious resource, because it is. It's the fuel that powers your passions, your purpose, your joy. And when you're in a relationship, it's easy to pour so much of that energy into your partner that you forget to refill your own cup. But here's the thing. When you're single, you get to choose where your energy goes. You can say yes to that weekend getaway with your girlfriends without feeling guilty. You can finally start that passion project you've been putting off. You can simply relax and recharge without feeling obligated to be on for someone else. Remember, you deserve to wake up feeling energized, not depleted. You deserve to go to bed feeling content, not resentful. This is your time to protect your peace, to set healthy boundaries, and to say yes to the things that light you up from the inside out. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Oprah, that all sounds great, but isn't it selfish to focus so much on myself? Honey, let me tell you something. Taking care of yourself is not selfish, it's essential. It's about recognizing your worth and giving yourself permission to thrive. It's about understanding that you can't pour from an empty cup. When you prioritize your well-being, you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for everyone in your life. You show up as the best version of yourself, more vibrant, more energized, more present. So go ahead and book that massage. Take that dance class. Spend an entire afternoon reading a book in the park. Embrace the freedom and joy that comes with putting yourself first. Because you, my dear, are worth it. You know, for so many years, many of us, especially women, have poured our hearts and souls into taking care of others. Our partners, our children, our families, our careers, they've all taken center stage. And that's beautiful. That's the rhythm of life. But after 60, there comes a time when the spotlight can shift. It can shift back to you. And what a glorious feeling that is. This is the time to reconnect with those passions that may have been tucked away, those dreams that were put on hold. Maybe you always loved to paint but never had the space, or dreamed of learning a new language but couldn't find the time. Well, guess what? The canvas is blank, and the world is waiting. This is your moment to explore. This isn't about being selfish, no. This is about rediscovering who you are at your core, what makes your spirit sing. It's about rekindling that fire within. And you know what? When you invest in yourself, when you pursue what brings you joy, you become a beacon of light, an inspiration to everyone around you. So, what are you waiting for? Dust off those dancing shoes, pick up that book you've been meaning to read, sign up for that pottery class you've been eyeing. It's never too late to start living your best life on your own terms. And speaking of terms, let's talk about freedom for a moment. The freedom to explore, to travel, to say yes to adventures without having to consult a schedule that isn't entirely your own. Imagine waking up one morning and deciding, on a whim, to take a road trip to the coast, just to watch the sunrise over the ocean. Or finally, booking that trip to Tuscany you've been dreaming of, indulging in pasta and wine without a care in the world. This is the beauty of being single after 60. You have the flexibility, the independence to create a life that's rich with experiences, both big and small. And you know what I've learned? Some of the most profound, life-altering moments happen when we step outside of our comfort zones, when we embrace the unknown, when we allow ourselves to be surprised by the world and, more importantly, by ourselves. So go ahead, book that flight, take that cooking class, learn to play that instrument you've always been drawn to. The world is your oyster, and you, my friend, are ready to shuck it open and savor every bit of its deliciousness. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Oprah, this all sounds wonderful, but being alone with my thoughts, that's a little scary. And you know what? It's okay to feel that way. We live in a world that's constantly buzzing, always demanding our attention. Silence can be intimidating, but it can also be incredibly powerful. Think of it this way. Your life, up until this point, has been like a beautiful, intricate tapestry. You've woven together threads of love, loss, joy, sorrow, triumph, and everything in between. And now, you have the opportunity to step back, to truly appreciate the masterpiece you've created. Reflection isn't about dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. It's about finding clarity in the present moment. It's about understanding your journey, learning from your experiences, and embracing every part of who you are. It's about self-discovery. And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to do it alone. There are countless ways to connect with your inner self. Journaling, meditation, spending time in nature. Find what resonates with you and make it a part of your routine. Trust me, your soul will thank you for it. And that brings us to the most important part of this chapter, the grand finale, if you will, celebrating your authentic self. Because here's the thing, after 60, you've earned the right to be exactly who you are, unapologetically you. You no longer need to conform to societal expectations or shrink yourself to fit into anyone else's mold. This is your time to shine, to embrace your quirks, your passions, your unique perspective on the world. Wear that bright red dress that makes you feel unstoppable. Dance in your living room like nobody's watching, because guess what? They're not. Speak your truth with confidence and conviction. This is your life, your story, and you get to write the ending. And trust me, the most captivating stories are the ones that are authentic, the ones that are lived with passion and purpose. So go out there and celebrate the incredible, resilient, beautiful woman you are. The world is waiting to be inspired by your light. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Being single after 60 means being lonely, right? Wrong. That's just a societal myth that we're here to debunk today. Because the truth is, real connection, the kind that fills your cup and lights you up from the inside out, has very little to do with romantic status. It's about surrounding yourself with people who get you, who appreciate you for who you are, flaws and all. People who challenge you to grow, who make you laugh until your sides hurt, and who are there for you, no matter what life throws your way. And you know what I've found? Singles often excel at building these kinds of rich, fulfilling relationships. Why? Because they have the time, the energy, and the emotional bandwidth to invest in them fully. They're not dividing their attention or trying to fit social gatherings into an already jam-packed schedule. So if you're single and feeling a little unsure about your social life, let me assure you, you have everything you need to create a circle of love and support that's stronger than ever. Now, building a strong social circle doesn't just happen overnight. It takes effort, it takes intentionality. It's about making a conscious choice to prioritize connection, to nurture those relationships that bring you joy, and to actively seek out new ones. Think about it like tending to a garden. You can't just plant some seeds and expect them to thrive without any care or attention. You need to water them, give them sunlight, and pull out the weeds that might be choking their growth. The same goes for relationships. You need to nurture them with quality time, heartfelt conversations, and shared experiences. Make an effort to stay in touch with the people who matter most, even if it's just a quick phone call or a handwritten card. And don't be afraid to put yourself out there and meet new people. Join a book club, volunteer for a cause you're passionate about, take a group fitness class. You never know where you'll find your next great connection. And here's the beautiful thing about building community as you get older. It's not just about finding people your own age. In fact, some of the most enriching relationships are those that bridge generations. Think about it. Who better to share your wisdom and life lessons with than someone who's just starting out on their own journey? And who better to remind you of the beauty and wonder in the world than someone who's experiencing it all with fresh eyes? So don't be afraid to reach out to people of all ages. Mentor a young professional, volunteer with children, strike up a conversation with the person in line next to you at the grocery store. You never know what kind of magic might unfold when you open yourself up to the possibility of connection, regardless of age or background. And who knows? You might just find that you have more in common with someone from a different generation than you ever imagined. Shared passions, after all, have no age limit. Now, I know that building meaningful connections takes time and effort. It's not always easy, especially if you're naturally introverted or if you're navigating a new phase of life. But here's the thing, it's absolutely worth it. Think about the people in your life who bring you the most joy, who make you feel seen and understood. Chances are those relationships didn't blossom overnight. They were cultivated over time through shared experiences, heartfelt conversations, and a willingness to be vulnerable with each other. So be patient with yourself and with the process. Don't be afraid to reach out to people you connect with, even if it's just to grab coffee or go for a walk. You never know. That casual acquaintance could blossom into a cherished friendship that enriches your life in countless ways. Remember, connection is a vital part of the human experience. It nourishes our souls, brings us joy, and reminds us that we're not alone in this journey called life. And the beautiful thing is, it's never too late to build the kind of community that lights you up from the inside out. So, let's recap. We've talked about 5 powerful reasons why being single after 60 might just be the best thing for your mind, body, and spirit. 1. You protect your peace and avoid emotional exhaustion. No more walking on eggshells or compromising your needs. This is your time to prioritize your own well-being. 2. You stay financially independent and secure. You're in control of your own destiny, making choices that align with your values and your vision for the future. 3. You prioritize your health and daily rhythm. You set the schedule, you choose the activities, and you create a lifestyle that supports your physical and emotional well-being. 4. You rediscover your passions and live for you. It's time to explore those hobbies, interests, and dreams that you may have put on hold. This is your moment to shine. 5. You build a richer, more meaningful social life. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, inspire you, and bring you joy. Now, does that mean relationships are bad? Absolutely not. But it does mean that choosing to stay single isn't a loss. It's a power move. It's about recognizing your worth, honoring your needs, and creating a life that feels authentic and fulfilling on your own terms. And if you're single right now, wondering if you're missing out, let me give you permission to let that guilt go. This season of your life is not about settling. It's about rising. It's about embracing all the beauty, freedom, and possibility that comes with creating a life you love, exactly as you are. If this video resonated with you, drop a comment below. Are you thriving in your single life after 60? Or are you considering stepping into it and feeling unsure? We'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more honest conversations, and hit that bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for spending time with me today. Take care of yourself. You deserve it.